Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. It's a Monday episode and we've got a lot of ball to talk about. So we're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's talk some baseball. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball presented by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy and sitting next to me is Jake. In the corner, behind the dish, we have producer BBD, and in Italy, drinking fine wine and taking pictures at the Colosseum and the ruins of Pompeii and vineyards, is Trevor. He's not with us. He's in Italy doing all that stuff.
Where can I get a Modelo around here?
Kind of a Modelo guy.
Shut up, Trev. Miss you, Trev. Have fun, loser.
Did we get an update on his team? How did the D-backs do?
I think they lost.
I know the last update was they lost the first playoff.
Here's what I know. If they won, we would have known.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's actually that's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And we don't know.
Rings in the valley. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. A lot of baseball.
Yes.
A lot of baseball. The weekend, chock full of baseball. I was watching it. We were playing a version of it, having some fun in the warehouse. Trev doesn't know nothing about that. I'm excited to talk about it. I have the AL this week. Studied my butt off. Watched a lot of film.
Swear?
Kinda, yeah.
You did.
I watched a lot of film.
My big pimple on my cheek from last night is already down to like beauty mark from this distance. So times are pretty good.
It looks like someone stabbed you with like a lipstick.
Oops, did I get kissed on the subway again?
By a cigarette. Yeah, more like a cigarette burn.
Cigarette burn.
Tell people someone put a cigarette on
Someone
your face.
put out a cigarette on my face on the subway.
Speaking of, slide into stacks of cash this baseball season with DraftKings Sportsbook.
Really? I'll place a bet right now.
Yeah, why not? You're feeling lucky getting some cigarette kisses on the subway.
Hmm.
An official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. New customers bet just $5 on any team to win, and you get $150 in free bets even if they lose. That's pretty wild. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code JOHNBOY. Bet just $5. Get $150 in free bets no matter what happens on the field. That's promo code JOHNBOY at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. MLB trademarks used with permission. Jake, we had some upsets in the American League. Now, American League, we do second here on this show. National League, we do first. We're Chron Pod. And the National League existed before the American League, and we are a chronological podcast.
Just put $5 on the Rockies to win today.
Smart. That's just smart. So I'm excited to tell you what I learned by watching all of the condensed games in the American League. But I can't yet because you have to tell me about the National League, where I'm a bit of a novice.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a novice.
Yes.
So are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
You gonna hand jive? Looks like you're hand jiving. You're not even a big Grease fan.
I would have been such a hand jiver back in the day. You know that, though.
Yeah, you would have been the T-Bird who gets kicked off the dance floor. Too sexy.
I've been too fast.
Yeah.
Too fast.
I think you would have cramped up.
Slow it down. Oh, I would have cramped.
Yeah, I think you do like one verse.
I
And
cramp
hand.
up a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't had any water today. God damn it. Okay, let's do the NL.
All right, here we
And
go.
I might get some water.
Smart. I got water right before the show.
Okay. James, we're leaving. We're going back home to the left coast. There's a team we need to start talking about more. It's the San Diego Padres. They go into San Francisco and they sweep Los Gigantes. First game went into extras. Jim, Manny Machado making his MVP bid in this early part of the season. The go-ahead RBI double in the 10th. Padres almost blew this game in the 9th, but Padres won the first game. Darren Ruff, 2 homers, though. Man, he mashes lefties. We like that. Joe Musgrove then goes out and drops 7 shutout innings. Manny Machado hit the go-ahead homer in that game. And then Mackenzie Gore former top prospect. He dropped. Well, he's back dropping dick. Machado had a big series. They sweep the San Francisco Giants. Put a little buffer between them and the Giants. We'll see how significant that is going forward. The Dodgers take 2 out of 3 from the Phillies, excluding the final game where the Phillies won on a costly Max Muncy error in the 10th. We hate that for Max. Phillies avoid the sweep, kind of. They survive the Dodgers. No one in the NL East is winning besides the Mets. Dodgers, Kershaw, a couple weeks away. Mookie Betts had a nice series. So did Trey Turner. Urias. Cardinals sweep the Pirates, and that's obvious. And it comes to the end. Jim's favorite, Yadier Molina on the bump. No, we kind of dislike it. I don't know. I have a lot of mixed emotions on it. We'll talk about it in a bit. Pujols hit 2 homers in the final game. The other big news in Cardinals land, enough about those old guys. Let's talk about Nolan Gorman and Matthew Liberator, the young pitcher and hitter. And they know each other from growing up, so it's some real Cardinals bullshit, Jim. You'll actually like that. They call up 2 of their top prospects. They sweep the Pirates. Go, Cards, go. Mets take 2 out of 3 from formerly my Rocks. They take the sandwich of the bread series. 5-1. Cookies Carrasco does enough. Starling Marte with a homer. First pitch he saw after his grandmother's death. Some emotional stuff there. And then friend of the pod, Taijuan Walker. How about 7 shut-piece from him to close out the series? Lindor had the go-ahead RBI single in that game. The middle game, the Rocks won. Brian Serven got called up. He's catching. 2-homer game in his first career start. Have at it, kid. Congratulations. Work so hard, forgot how to vacation. Ooh. Love you, Posty. Braves win a series, Jim. We like that. 2 out of 3 against the Fish with Arms. 5-3, 4-3, 4-3. Alcantara, we always get caught up in it. He has a beautiful start in the last game. 9 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. 3 unearned runs. That's the problem. But they still win that game. Jazz Chisholm exits with an injury. We hate that. But he's also on the Chris Rose rotation today, so go listen to that. Braves, they take the first 2. Soler had 3 extra base hits in the series. Wright with another good start for the Braves. Brewers take 2 out of 3 from the Nats. ATO. Lauer Power, he drops another good one. Good for him. Rowdy Tellez with the big 2-run homer in Game 6. Woodruff, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run to get the law firm back at it. Peralta, Freddie goes on the IL. There's some bad news there. Gilbert Ruiz is starting to hit. He's a catcher for the Nats. Their team stinks, though. And Jim, speaking of snakes and playing for rings in the desert, they take on the Cubs. I had my little whiny voice, and I said, oh, the Cubs, their schedule gets a little easier. Are they going to get it going? No, because their schedule wasn't easy. Because we play for rings in the desert, and you get rings by winning 3 out of 4 games at Wrigley Field. Go, D-backs, go. Josh Rojas, you might hear more about him later. You might not. 3-homer game, though.
You may not. Stay tuned to find out.
Dalton Varsho. James, they were the first one I started with. I think they're a team that generally needs more attention. The San Diego Padres, with a big sweep. We're a big sweeper get swept pod.
Yeah.
And they sweep the Giants, the team that they could potentially be jostling with throughout the season. And, man, they keep winning, and it feels like there's not the Padres' excitement level that there should be this far into the season.
Maybe that's good for them. Stay a little under the radar.
I like that.
It drops the Giants, who got swept by the Padres, and meanwhile the Dodgers in that division won 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. So it drops the Giants now to 5 games back. They were 3. They lose 2. And the Padres jump up basically even. They're half a game back. They're a game back in the loss column to the Dodgers, who stay atop. And the Dodgers lose out on the sweep at the end there. But Padres, yeah. I mean, Manny Machado's going off. I put out the call,
Yeah.
And my dude Chris Reed's been letting me know, so I tuned in for the hustle double. Johnny doesn't run hard. Manny Machado. Jeez.
Who's Johnny?
Who's
Johnny Hustle?
Who's Johnny?
How about a
So on the Padres side of things,
casual 374 for Manny this year at the plate? Batting average still kind of matters, people.
still kind of matters, especially if the balls are dead. So the Padres side of things,
Yes.
they win the 3 games. And the final 2, Musgrove and Gore both pitch really well. Is that the story of the Padres right now? The pitching is holding up and is giving them outings. I mean, even Manea, he allows 4 earned runs in game 1, but he went 6 innings pitched, which keeps them in the game, and it's a winning effort. Even, there's starts that are winning efforts that you don't brag about, but that's the story. I mean, is the hitting coming around? I'm asking, like, Padres fans tell me, I know the pitching's been good. We've been chronicling that every episode, and we know Machado's been going really well. Did something else click, or like other guys taking turns?
I've got hot? 3 guys. We've already mentioned 2 of them. Manny Machado is having an MVP type season. He's now, he's the Triple Crown, or not the Triple Crown, but batting average, on base, slugging, and OPS. He's bold in all those. He's leading the National League. I think when you've got a guy like that you're leaning on and can carry you, that's huge. Now in the rotation, Musgrove has been one of the best starting pitchers in the National League. 8 starts, a 1.9 ERA. So when you've got a horse like that you can lean on, that changes your team, and they're getting good efforts, and Mackenzie Gore's been a great shot of life for their rotation. And then, Jim, I'll go bullpen. Like, if this was football and you talk about offense, defense, special teams, I'm going lineup, rotation, bullpen. Taylor Rogers, who they snagged right before the season for Paddock, who was kind of lost with the Padres, and now Paddock is season-ending IL. He's getting Tommy John.
Bummer.
Taylor Rogers, who they got, 18 games, 16 saves, 0.49 ERA. So they locked up their closer role. They've got an MVP, and they've got a guy fighting for the Cy Young. I think when you put all that in the pot and different guys on different days, that's what I'm seeing. Padre fans, let me know a little more.
It looks also like Jerkson Profar
your
is
guy.
going off.
Go get it, Jerks.
In his last 11 games, 348 batting average, 423 on base. You'd guess the slugging would be higher, but it's not.
And know what's funny? I think the general baseball fan, we know Jerkson Profar is kind of this super utility guy, play him everywhere. You'll get an effort. He's only played left field this year. So he's like been the Padres left fielder. So how about that?
Probably happier about that.
TIL. Today I learned. You ever see those?
It's like Myers is getting involved. Looks like the rest of the team must be just taking turns playing hero day in, day out, because last 14, no one's incredibly hot. Last 7, it's just Profar and Manny. So I guess Padres fans, offensively, has it just been kind of winning games here and there? That's cool. Good job. Now, on the other flip side of things, with the Giants here, Trev isn't here. Just, I guess I miss him.
I guess I look like him a little bit.
Just, I see an athlete.
Now that I've got this pimple, I kind of look like him.
Wow. On the Giants side of things, yeah, when he was a teenager.
Has Trev had a pimple in the last 12 years?
No, ever since he retired. Okay. He doesn't sweat anymore.
No sweat, no stress.
He doesn't work hard.
Okay,
yeah.
Good to know.
He's in his hot tub all the time.
Oh.
Giants side of things. Our guy Eno Saris put out a tweet, and it was just the Giants lineup, and it was like, you wouldn't guess it.
Yeah.
But somehow these guys put up runs.
Yeah.
Because it is, dude. Their lineup is just a bizarre hodgepodge of names.
Amalgamation? Am I using that right?
Amalgamation? No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it's perfect there.
Damn.
I think you could get away with it, but it's not perfect.
Okay.
I know Kurt Casale had some big games. He's going off. I know like Tyro Estrada was hitting for a little bit. Your guy,
my boy.
But what's going on the Giants side of things?
I would have to have Giants fans tell me a little more, but I'll say from the zoomed out stats, they're 20th in starting pitching ERA and they're 19th in bullpen ERA, which that's kind of what the team was secretly built on. Like late night Lamont was fun last year, and obviously Buster Posey and all the veterans and mixing all that in. But their team was gross. I think last year they were like first in bullpen ERA, and I think they were second in starters ERA. So when you do that, you can almost do anything on the offensive side of the ball. They were also good on offense. That's why they won so many damn games last year. But yeah, it looks like they're not getting the pitching effort that they kind of expected coming into this year.
Yeah, I mean, Disco's on the IL, which is giving Junis starts, but they got Cobb, Wood, Webb. How about those three names?
You like those names? Cobb, Wood, Webb?
Cobweb is a thing.
Cobweb Wood sounds like something.
Sounds like all of them combined are words. Like,
oh, you're building
a cobbler.
Yeah,
probably works with wood. Shoes.
Okay.
Cobwebs. Have they used that in a headline when those guys have like back-to-back bad starts? Maybe like Cobb and Webb both pitch a doubleheader and they don't do well, and the headline says like Giants suffer from cobwebs because there was 2 rainouts the day before.
Okay.
And they haven't pitched. Hey, SF Chronicle. Credit me on that one.
Jake McGee has been on the IL for San Francisco, and he was getting knocked around before that. He had been so good the past 2 seasons. I wonder how much the bullpen's feeling that at the back end, because he had 31 saves for them last year. I know my guy Duvall is stepping in now, but I wonder if there's that bullpen ripple effect I always love talking about. But, hey, I just think, in a series, anything can happen. I just think it's more important. The Padres have kept pace with the Dodgers up until this point in the season. And then even if you don't think they have the horses to stay with the Dodgers this year, which not a lot of teams do in baseball, the fact they've been playing like this and they give the Giants a punch in the mouth in San Francisco, I think the hype train starts when Tatis comes back.
Okay. The Cobb. It's his first like dud start of the season. So
Cobweb Wood.
And Rendon, he had a bad start, bounced back. I think 3 or 4 out of Rendon's last 5 starts or 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Rendon.
Yeah.
Similar shit. Names, there's just so many of them out there.
Lot of them. We mentioned the Dodgers a little bit. They take 2 out of 3 from the Phils. Could have been 3 of 3 pretty easily.
Well, they would have needed to score.
Yeah.
It was tied.
Yeah.
And Turner does the deke, which I'm making a fun breakdown about that.
God, I love a good deke.
Which helps out as well. Third base coach livid.
Yeah.
Because he had it from the jump, dude. He almost like he gets
got
so
involved.
he had to back up because he almost got tagged. If you haven't seen it, I'm making a little video on it. But Turner did like the classic Little Big League play where he just acted like he didn't catch the ball and it went over his head, and Realmuto fell for it.
That is good.
Muncy saved him. Muncy kind of like was saved Realmuto's headspace there.
Oh, you think that's what it was? Like, I got you.
Yeah, maybe they're like their wives are friends, and like he was like, "Hey, I can't have JT being that upset later on."
Or maybe for Muncy, it's kind of like Realmuto for a few years. It's been like, you're the best catcher in baseball. Muncy thinks he's been the best first baseman in baseball, so he's like, we're all baseball guys. We got to look out for each other. We're potential Daisy guys,
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Dodgers are winning. They have a lot of injuries. I mean, Heaney, Kershaw on the IL. Canley's on the IL. Nelson, Trinan, Gonzalez.
And they just pitch, man. Every series. First in ERA.
Jimmy Nelson, Tommy John.
Oh, and also they're first in OPS hitting. So
elbow inflammation.
They're a pretty good squad.
Like they only have 4 starters listed right now. I was like, who's in their rotation right now? 4 guys.
Who they got? Well, they've got a tough stretch coming up. Nationals, D-backs, Pittsburgh. So watch for the Dodgers to fall off.
Who do the Padres have coming up?
Let's see. The San Diego Super Padres. 3 versus Milwaukee. That's fun at home. Off day, and then they have Pittsburgh, and then they go to St. Louis.
Okay.
So, survive Milwaukee.
How many of the Dodgers going to win in that 9-game span?
9.
8. If I put the over-under at 7.5, would you take the
I
over?
would take the over.
BBD, would you take the over? Dodgers, name them again.
They do play my Snakes in the desert.
Is there a Saturday game?
It's at Nats, at Snakes,
So a Saturday game.
Home
So it's a
versus
Friday,
Pittsburgh.
Saturday, Sunday, Snakes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4-gamer
So you have the one loss there coming on Saturday.
for sure.
So 4 games? So is it a 10-game set?
You know what? I'm hammering the under.
Well, 10 games, I'll keep it at 7.5.
I'll go over.
Okay.
Yeah.
They lose. I mean, they sweep the Nats. They sweep Pittsburgh. They split with Arizona.
You know there's going to be one of those games where they're going to call up someone and just let him go.
Yeah.
Like whatever minor leaguer just is on the – I don't know their 40-man situation, but
Well,
it's,
it looks
or a
like-
bullpen day.
The kid, Pepio.
Papillo.
What'd you say?
Papillo.
Nats will get
prefers
one.
to be
Keepert's
called.
going off, and Trey Turner will be sad. He's
That's
back
how
in
Italy
DC.
Trev's going to come back saying his name. Pepio.
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 They do face one of my favorite names in baseball, Joan Adone,
Jonadon.
for the Nats today. So
Jonadon.
Cardinals sweep the Pirates.
Good for them.
Yeah.
And put up a ton of runs in the process.
Yeah. Sundays, that's their new tradition. Sundays, they blow the other team out, and they let a legend pitch.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Arenado next Sunday. Get ready, kid.
the Pirates also pitched a position player in this game as well. Gave up a home run, and Yachty gave up a home run. I tweeted it out. People are upset with that I tweeted it out, but whatever. I'm over it. I mean, there's a graph of how many often a position player used to pitch. It used to be so rare that you would genuinely have to tune in.
I'm flipping over
and see
This is
what was
nuts.
going on. This is insane.
Yeah.
It's happened 15 times now this season.
Yeah.
Or 16, I think. I don't know. I just don't. It's just not like whatever. I'm just not flipping to it anymore.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't get me going like it did.
Anecdotally,
I remember when Swisher did it for the Yankees in 2009, and it was like the first time I'd seen it.
I think at the time it was the first time since like Boggs did it once in the 90s.
And Swisher struck a guy out and asked for the ball, and he got torn to shreds by Yankees fans and Yankees media for laughing and smiling when the team was getting blown out. Now it's different for the Cardinals because they're doing the blowing out.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just
It's lost
I'm not
its
like
allure a little
it's
bit.
lost its allure. I'm not grouchy about it. I'm just over it. I was like, I've had enough.
It felt like for a while we got to a sweet spot where it's like, yeah, you'll probably see it once a year if you watch all of your team's games. But now it's like every week somebody does it. For the Pirates, their position player that came in was Van Meter, who was their emergency catcher a couple weeks ago. So I like that
So he's
symmetry.
He's
Been
just-
put to the gambit.
Who was I think it was someone on the Chris Rose rotation recently that Chris Rose was asking him, they were position player. He's like, did you ever want to pitch? And he was kind of like, no, because if you're the guy that pitches, it usually means you don't have a really strong spot on the team. They're like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I don't know.
If the Cardinals keep it up. Like they should blow him out and they should pinch hit Waino.
10 years ago, if you told me like Albert Pujols was pitching in a game, it was an instant like flip. I want to see this.
But the other thing is the
Nah.
pitchers that got called on to do it back then tried.
Right.
You flip it on now, like the guy who was doing it for the Giants, literally lobbing it in there and not caring if they hit a homer at all.
Yeah.
So that's also like when Rizzo was pitching, he was throwing curveballs and guys like that's. But now I turned on Brett Phillips and it's like that was the thing. I saw Rendon hit a lefty home run. I turned it on. I'm like, that's gotta fucking suck for this pitcher. Who the hell gave up a lefty home run to Rendon? As soon as I clicked play, I saw Brett Phillips just doing his lob, and I was like, oh, that's like I don't care at all anymore.
Rendon hit a lefty homer in BP, basically.
Yes. Yeah, it lost like I was,
It's like,
I was
hey,
kinda out.
I'll check out the
I
video.
still
but
find that impressive. but that's because I can't hit it.
I still like the video.
They sweep. Gorman and Liberator, big prospects. So Cardinals adding some reinforcements. They've had a
Liberator or Liberator? Is it Liberator? Is that what you said?
Liberator? I don't know. I thought I had it. Liberator.
Liberator.
I have a friend with the last name Liberator, and I think that's more powerful.
Google had an automatic pronunciation suggestion. I don't know how to play from my end, but you're connected to the Bluetooth if you want to try to pull it up.
You just Google Matthew.
Yeah, I Googled his name pronunciation. Google had like a suggestion. I was just trying to get to
Let's see.
the normal page.
Matthew Liberatori.
Oh, Tori.
Oh, so he's with Trev in Italy.
Liberatori.
Matthew Liberatori.
Oh.
Matthew Liberatori.
Libra.
Names are tough.
Names are tough, man, and there's just so damn many of them. Like I'm saying,
that E. Mets continue 2 out of 3 versus the Rockies.
wait, hold on. Let me. In the Central,
Sure.
the Cardinals 1 game closer to the Brewers now. Good job. Everyone else fell behind, so it's going to be a 2-team race.
Always.
Because, well, some people believed in the Cubs for a little bit. Some people, and before the season started, thought the Reds might do something. And then they traded Winker. And then in the East, which we're pivoting to,
Pivot.
the Mets are just putting distance. Phillies and Braves are tied 19 and 22 record apiece, which puts them 8 games behind the Mets. Damn.
And those are just, pardon my French, but those are just stinky seasons. 19 and 22, that's like, you never have momentum going. You're losing more games than you win. It's like a bad time.
Which team do you think has a bigger winning streak, the Phillies or the Braves?
I would guess Phillies, because I know we were tracking Gibby for a little bit, and they had like a 5-er, and we got a little jazzed up about that.
Winning streak, 4 games for the Phillies, and longest winning streak, 2 games. So the Braves haven't won 3 games in a row yet. Talk about hating momentum.
That's crazy. That's love.
They had that run last year of not winning or losing 2 games in a row, or more than 2 in a row, and it was nuts.
I have a fun fact about the Mets that I debated giving them an award, but I forgot about it, and I just remembered now.
Share it.
And Jim, while you're doing schedule stuff, I think you'll like this. I'm pretty sure that they are yet to lose back-to-back games this year. Or it's
Longest losing streak, 2.
Or maybe it's the first 2 games of the season or something, because I think they had 14 straight.
Yeah. It was their first 2 losses of the season. They opened up the season. They won 3 in a row. They played 4 against the Nats to open the season. Then they lost Sunday to the Nats, April 10th. Then they lost. Then they lost to the Phillies.
Since then, they had 14 straight losses that they've won the next day. That's pretty nice.
That's very impressive. They've also played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double headers already.
Doubleheader Mets.
That's a lot. That is a fun fact.
It's a fun fact.
They've never lost twice in a row.
That's a good feeling. So yeah, Taijuan Walker with a big start. I mean, their rotation there without Scherzer and DeGrom for a while. So those guys got to go, and Carrasco has another good start. I heard, I forget it. I think it could have been our friend Jerry Blevins talking, but I think he was saying that Taijuan Walker's kind of the key. They're going to need him for the next month or so to have one of his hot streaks to keep that rotation going until they at least can get Scherzer back. But yeah, they win another series. They don't lose back-to-back games. That's a good formula.
Other good stuff about the Mets. This isn't that good. Longest winning streak 3, so they've never won 4 in a row.
Okay.
So they're kind of like, you bet on the Mets.
Win 2, lose 1. Win 2, win
You can
3,
win 3.
lose 1.
Yeah. They haven't been shut out all year,
Like that.
and they haven't had a walk-off loss all year.
No sad walk off the field.
No sad walk off
good.
the field, yeah. No sudden sadness for the
You're
Mets.
going to beat us. You better be up coming into the ninth.
They go to San Francisco, team that's looking to win, and then Philly, and then Washington, and then they do have a tough West Coast trip coming up in June. Oh, that'll be fun for Mets fans. Look at all those start times. My God, do I feel bad for Jolly. 3 10 p.m. starts in a row against the Dodgers. You have to watch those games. They were playing the Dodgers, but they start at 10 p.m. Ugh.
Nap time.
Naps.
Nap week.
Anything else in the NL you want to discuss?
Braves won a series, so we're happy about that. But, they essentially got shut out on the final day, but they do get 3 unearned. But, yeah, I mean, it's Mets or Slog in the East currently. It's Brewers, Cardinals, or Slog in the National League. And, hey, I made fun of myself in the little recap. The D-backs take 3 out of 4 from the Cubs in Wrigley. Dalton Varsho with another big series, man. He is having a really, really good year. Rojas with the 3-homer game. And the Snakes, I think they're back to 1 game below 500. But more importantly, the Cubs, this was their get-right stretch. Get to 500, be kind of a difficult team, and the ship is on fire.
I don't know what they're doing now. At this point, what do you do if you're the Cubs? If you get closer and closer to whatever the deadline is, it's right after the All-Star game. You have pieces to sell again. You signed Stroman. You signed, who else did they bring on?
Seiya.
You keep him around. But then you have other guys that can get a return. Stroman's having a pretty good season, right?
Yeah, Stroh's been fine. They brought in Wade Miley on that 1-year deal. That's a potential trade deadline guy. Hendricks has been rumored for a couple years now. Some people are saying our Ian Happ could be a potential trade guy. So they're not there yet, but you got 4 against Cincinnati. And then it looks like they go White Sox, Brewers. So, yeah, not great.
Dude, I don't know what's going on. This seems rude,
Okay.
but it's what I'm looking at right now, so I'm going to share it. Patrick Corbin, man.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's really, he's got a 6.6 ERA. He hasn't won a game. I don't know if they've won a game that he started for the Nationals. Last year, he led the league in earned runs and home runs against, a 5.8 ERA. 2020 shortened season, led the league in hits. Last year, he led the league in losses. 2020 had a 4.66 ERA.
Currently leading the league in losses this year.
Currently leading the league in losses this year.
Game he's pitched in.
Making 23 mil, 24 mil next year, and 35 mil in 2024. People were shocked when he got that contract. And damn.
Got that ring in 19.
That's
Otherwise, woof.
Thought you'd get more than 1 year.
yeah. Thought you'd get more than 1 year, I think is. And Strasburg's hurt right now?
Yes, but I think he's starting a rehab. So
Cool. Good for him.
let's see what he's got.
All right. You want to go to the AL?
Yeesh.
The American League.
Can you tell me what happened? I have no idea.
Some cool stuff happened.
I have some ideas, but
The Mariners continue their East Coast trip, and it's not going well. It ends horribly. They get swept in a 4-game series by the Red Sox. Oh, boy. Red Sox bats get hot. Trevor Story gets incredibly hot. I mean, these games were fun. There was a lot going on. Vasquez has a go-ahead RBI single in the 8th. Devers had 3 hits. Trevor Story had a grand slam. Cordero hits a grand slam to win it. Evaldi pitches really well. You have, I'm going out of order here, but whatever. Red Sox just sweep the Mariners. There were some close games, but it never really felt that close. The Yankees and the White Sox play 3 games in 2 days. The Yankees take game 1. A lot of off-the-field stuff here with Donaldson and Anderson that made the headlines. Keuchel got lit up in game 1. Nestor Cortez gives up a home run but gets the win or has a good enough outing. In game 2, it was the first of the doubleheader. Pollock go-ahead home run off Chapman in the 9th after Judge tied it in the 8th. Cueto, his second outing for the White Sox, 6 shutout innings. Tyone, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Game 3, Sunday Night Baseball. Kopech, 7 shutout innings, only 1 hit. Took a perfect game into the 6th. Severino gave up a ton of hits, but also 7 shutout innings. And then the White Sox explode for 5 runs in the 8th. Vaughn, go-ahead RBI, and Anderson, a 3-run homer to shush the crowd. Trev's Twins sweep the Royals. Man, they got some bats coming alive. They scored 3 in the first inning of game 1. Correa and Arraez had 2 hits and 2 RBIs each, with Joe Ryan pitching a good game in game 2. And then in game 3, they scored 5 in the 8th to take the lead, with 2 in the 9th on a Sanchez game-tying sac fly, and Gio Urshela, go-ahead RBI. The Twins sweep the Royals. The Orioles took 2 out of 3 from the Rays. Jake, the Orioles called up Adley Rutschman. Really cool moment when he took it in. The Orioles have won 3 of their last 4 via walk-off. The Orioles are feisty, and the Rays are having their own issues, dropping balls, giving up hits. The Astros took 3 out of 4 from the Rangers. They won game 1, game 3, and game 4. The only game that the Astros lost was due to a Martin Perez complete game shutout. How about that? Astros get really good pitching out of their starting pitching. They get timely hits. They win because they're good. The Angels took 2 out of 3 out of the A's, lose game 1, so they had to do it the hard way. Silseth, you have 3 earned runs. Seth Brown, go ahead, 2-run homer in game 1. Lorenzen, really good start. Sandoval, really good start. Ohtani had a leadoff home run. Trout, 3 hits with a homer and RBI single. Ward, exit games 1, sits games 2 and 3 after crashing into the wall. Don't like that. Montes got hit with a comebacker, as did so many pitchers. Tigers and Guardians split 2 games due to postponement. Ooh. That's all. Bono. Anything, anywhere you want me to take you first?
give me some standings and take me somewhere beautiful.
Well, the AL East.
Do you remember the Take Me Fishing commercials?
No, but I want to.
It was like a little kid like talking to their relatives. Take me fishing so I can go outside. They were very dramatic.
Okay.
See if I can find one.
Well, the Astros and the Angels both went 2-1 this weekend, or I think the Astros went 3-1, but it levels out. They remain the same. Astros are up a game and a half on the Angels. In the Central, the White Sox take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, but they lose a game in the standings because the Twins sweep the Royals. And Cleveland bounces to 2 games back of the White Sox, 6 games back of first place. Yankees stay in first place. The Rays don't make up any ground because they lost 2 out of 3 to the Orioles. But the Blue Jays make up a game because of whatever they did.
Reds.
Oh, spoiler.
Damn it.
It's the IL.
Restart the app.
I want to go to Boston. I think that's the biggest story.
I potentially think so too, Jim.
I think that
Both sides of it.
both sides of it, but more the Red Sox side for me. They have now won, I think, 5 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They win the yesterday's game on a walk off. They come back, and I mean, you're going to hear more about Trevor Story later in the episode when we get to individual awards. But it's not only did they need him to start coming around, they needed kind of this, like, hey, I have this in the back. Like I'm not just going to scratch the surface and then you're going to be like, I have this. Don't worry. I can take over series. Seattle was up 4-0 in game 1. The Red Sox come back. I think Seattle was up 5-0. They were up 5-0 in game 3. The Red Sox come back. It was tied in game 4. Seattle kept coming back and tying it, and the Red Sox kept coming back to take the lead. So it was good baseball. JBJ had a pinch hit homer, I believe.
Yeah.
Bogarts had an injury scare. There was a really weird pitching change where they tried to take Kirby out, and then because of the order of events, they couldn't take him out.
That was a mess because he took his warm-up pitches.
Yeah, so he had to face a batter. And did he only have to throw one pitch?
I think so.
Why didn't he just, roll one?
I think it's tough to tell a kid that.
Because Verdugo hits it back up the middle. That was weird.
Yeah, that was one of those things when I saw that clip. Talk about weird. You're the Mariners. You're having a weird season. It feels sloggy. You're hoping to turn it around like maybe both Sox teams are potentially. Instead, it's just a mess. And, yeah, Trevor Story, the triple slash isn't super flashy, but in this season that was slow to hit to start, he's now got a 112 OPS plus. He's a second baseman that's got 7 homers and 5 stolen bases. The rest of the numbers are coming. He's a part of it. Kike has started to play a better brand of baseball. So now Devers, Martinez, and Bogarts, who were going nut job, they were like a 3-man show. That was it. Now you add Story. Now you add Kike, and you go from shallow lineup, like just make sure those 3 guys don't beat you, to now it's looking like a deep lineup again. And that's kind of the Red Sox team identity, especially this form of the Red Sox. So, yeah, they've got a little bit of the juice. It seems like they're playing a better brand of baseball. We'll see how much it continues. And I'm interested to see, because I think the White Sox kind of sparked themselves this weekend with everything that went on. Those teams are playing each other. So, by next episode, the White Sox or Red Sox are going to have lost a series.
It's a socks off.
It's a socks off. We're going to the beach, babe. By the end of this week, one of those teams, like the White Sox, could be back to 500 or under 500, or they continue to get hot, or the Red Sox, in this hole they dug themselves, will be saying, nice little win streak. You guys are still struggling.
Yep. Tanner Houck comes out of relief. I know they've been doing that. Rich Hill gives up 4 earned runs. He goes 4 innings, shutout, and strikes out 6 in those. So I don't know their plan with him. Maybe Red Sox fans do. But I'd be kind of interested there. But he holds the Mariners at bay after Hill gives up 4 in the second inning. And the Red Sox win that game big. But the flip side is the Mariners, who are now...
Golly.
I don't know. The Mariners are now 10 games back. They're 17-25.
Yes. It doesn't feel like they do anything good right now. Whether Hitting, starting pitching, relief pitching. Ty France has been a story this season. He's been good. Honestly, and this seems like a joke, Adam Frazier and J.P. Crawford, two popular talking baseball topics. But, Eugenio Suarez has been good, and he was the cost of doing business. Like, he was the penalty to take on Jesse Winker. I don't know, man. It is full-blown.
They won 11 of their first 17 games and have won 6 since then.
It's bad. I know, numbers are numbers, math is math. You guys
They're
can quote
6
me
and
on
20.
that.
They're 6-25 in their last 31.
6-25?
Or 6 and what's 42 minus 17?
42 minus 7.
All right, what's 25 minus 6?
19.
They're 6-19 in their last 25.
Still really bad.
Still really bad.
And that,
But
I
they
was
won 11 of
literally
their
just
first 17.
saying, math is math. Their playoff percentage right now, according to Fangraphs, 6.5%. This is a team that it was supposed to be they signed Cy Young winner, Robbie Ray. They called up super prospects.
Robbie Ray's beard, it was too pretty for me when I was watching the video.
Really?
It's all right. It looks good. It was if you pull up highlights from this game.
Okay.
I mean the tight pants and the beard. It looked like a face-app beard.
Okay.
It looked like you had a picture of a clean-shaven guy and you said give me a stylish beard and boop and then put it on his face.
Okay.
Let me know if you see what I'm
Okay.
seeing.
Yeah, I think I see one picture. Back in his D-backs days, he had a full Keuchel.
No, that's not what he's got going on right now.
But do you think he's hoping to get back there?
No, it looks like he has it
think it's
exactly
just-
how he
okay.
wants it.
Okay. Then yeah, that's worrisome. I would circle that.
Yeah.
I would circle that.
Circled. What game did he pitch?
Robbie Ray pitched the second game.
Okay. Maybe I'll try and find it for you.
Okay. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it. I hope he's trying to get back to his D-backs days. I hope that's his end beard goal.
No, he's tapering it and stuff.
Right.
So.
He's in that
Looks
middle
like-
area. He's scared,
He's tried a lot of different looks with the beard. Just quick Google image scroll. A lot of different lengths and
He has.
depth.
Yeah, but I mean, walk-off grand slam to end your East Coast trip. Thanks for coming, Mariners. Hope you had a good time.
It's tough. I don't think
tough.
they did have a good time.
Tough.
I don't think they enjoyed it.
How about this?
They were up 4-0, 5-0.
Figure it out or don't,
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Either get hot and get me excited, Mariners, or let's have the wheels really fall off. Which 6-19, that's right around it.
You're somewhat there.
It's right around it.
All right. What else stands out? Let's see. The Rays lose 2-3 to the Orioles. The Orioles are a walk-off team. Adley Rushman gets called up, makes his debut, hits a triple. Randy Arozarena dropped 2 balls that were kind of right to him that both kind of helped. The first game, the Orioles and Rays, was wild. The Orioles had a 7th inning comeback on the Randy drop ball. Both teams scored 2 runs in the 10th to keep it tied. Both teams scored 1 run in the 11th to keep it tied. Both teams scored 0 in the 12th. O's threw a runner out at the plate. And then Odor hit the walk-off homer in the 13th. It's a wild extra inning game. And then game 3, Hayes is 1 strike away from ending the game. I think it was a pinch hit at bat for Hayes. And he hits the game-tying shot, and then Thunder comes down, and they delay the game 51 minutes. So you basically, it's let's go have lunch. That's the regular game, and we'll come back for extras. And if that walk-off is funny, Odor blocks the ball. That's on the ground, and it goes underneath. There's a Choi at first glove for the win. Those Orioles, man.
Pesky.
Randy did have 2 diving catches, 2 homers, So it was a very mixed bag. Like,
Yeah.
he won game 2 for the Rays. I think both his homers went over the hellish wall too, Jake.
We love that.
Like, deep homers.
We love
But
that.
then he did drop 2 balls. So, a lot of the highlights I saw it was a lot of Randy.
Orioles, we've had a weird relationship this year. We've talked about it a lot.
I like the Orioles. As long as they lose to the Yankees and continue to beat everyone else, I like them as like our punk sidekick.
Well, they come into the Bronx for 3, and so you could end up hating them in a couple days. I'm happy Adley's up. Super exciting if you're an Orioles fan, and it's kind of what you're looking for. And by the way, that Orioles top 6 on any given day, in the words of Jim Calhoun, it's not bad. Mullins, Hayes, Santander, Mancini, Mountcastle, Rushman. Okay.
Name the 4 pitchers who pitched the most innings for the Rays in this series, if you just had to guess.
Oh, God. The 4 pitchers who threw the most innings for the Rays in this series. I don't think McClanahan pitched.
Yeah, he's out, so that's
Okay.
a tough one there. He didn't pitch.
Are they all starting pitchers?
3 of them are.
3
And
of
one
them
of them,
Name.
yeah,
Okay.
tied for 3rd.
Let's go.
He started a game, pitched in 2 games out of the 3, started
Yeah.
1 for a combined 3 innings.
Love that. Is Patino around? Who else is touring
Yarby?
for them?
Yarby, yep. Yarby did not start, but went 4 innings,
Assumed he was
1
the one.
earned.
Still
Think
doing
of
that
him.
to him.
Still doing that to him, yeah. Yeah.
That was talking Rays.
Haven't seen him yet this year. Haven't played the Yankees yet, but I just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
This weekend, Poppy.
The other guy, just to finish the Jeffrey Springs
Yes.
and Corey Kluber.
Yes.
So what are they about? Cleveland and Detroit split a 2-game set. Schoolboy taken out after a comebacker. He had 5 shutout innings. So that stinks. The Tigers have lots of injuries. So that stinks for them. They have a lot.
They're another team, man. I know we only get 2 games, so what can you really say about
And
this
they win the
series?
second one.
But
Oh, in the second game, the Tigers scored in the first inning for the first time in 26 games.
let's
It
go.
was like April 23rd was the last time they scored in the first inning.
Brutal, man. Their stat page is still hideous. And yeah, they kind of with the Mariners, man. They didn't have the same expectations as the Mariners. The Mariners were supposed to hopefully challenge Houston or be like a locked wild card team.
But listen to Erod, Pineda, Mize, Tyler Alexander, Matt Manning, and now Schoolboy if he goes on the IL. That's their plan right there.
It's true.
That's tough. I mean, they're starting rotation right now. Bo Brisky, Elvin Rodriguez, Alex Fado, and Schoolboy's out. So, I mean, this isn't as a pretty tough hand for the Tigers.
Yeah.
It's not like they're for the Mariners, I feel like they're rolling with what they want to roll with.
Yeah, I guess the thing for the Tigers, it really hasn't been their pitching. It's been their hitting. 29th in OPS, 27th in average, 29th in on base, 30th in homers, 29th in stolen bases.
Can't be no steals.
Nothing.
Meadows out with vertigo. Damn.
Hate that.
Jake Rogers out. Tommy John for the catcher. Yeah. Guardians, Naylor returned from COVID IL and homered, so good for him.
Oh,
Fired up about it.
I don't know where I've recently stood on talking baseball. I'm off the Guardians fully.
Okay.
I've had a weird relationship because you got it right. I hate what their front office is about, but I like their young players.
Yeah.
I'm out again.
Why? What happened?
It's just they're just 17 and 20, and they're just not going to be a real factor in this season. So,
Well, the Central Twins and White Sox race.
yeah, I guess that's
You're
my other
seeding
thing.
that?
I think the White Sox are going to get a kick start after
Because
this
the
weekend.
Guardians still have pitching.
And their hitting's outdone their pitching so far.
I know.
Year.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, for that same reason, I'm actually more out on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you don't think that their pitching can like catch up with their hitting and their hitting can stay? And
I think if they do, they just flip flop.
All right.
Yeah.
I see them doing one more push.
Okay.
And then fading.
Oh, I mean, I still think they 81 wins are on the nose.
Oh, okay.
And they just shake hands at the end. But you're just
not interested in
into
them
it.
anymore. Okay, you're just not interested.
I really wanted to root for their young hitters and kind of buy in, and I'm just
You're out. So you're out on Quan. You don't like him.
I like him.
Okay. Owen Miller had a good game. You like him?
I like him.
You might be in. You know, kind of like the Guardians.
Love Naylor.
You love Naylor.
I'm in on the Guardians.
And you like Jose Ramirez a
I
lot.
love Jose Ramirez.
And you're
Fran
a big
Reyes.
Fran Reyes guy.
One of the biggest.
Yeah.
I'm out on them, though.
Sounds a lot like you like them a little bit to me.
I'm out on them.
Okay, cool. You're also a Cal Quantrill guy.
I do like Cal Collins.
And you like Tristan McKenzie.
Love Tristan McKenzie.
And Shane Bieber's pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah. Savale?
Connecticut guy. Come on.
Sounds like your Guardians,
Basically
man.
grew up
That
with
sounds like you like the Guardians,
me and
man.
Savali have eaten at the same restaurant.
For sure.
Which I haven't brought my White Sox Yankees tidbit here yet.
Well, I wasn't going to do that one next, but we
Okay.
can if you want. I was going to do the Twins. I think they deserve to be talked about. They sweep the Royals. The Royals aren't playing good ball, but the Twins score runs, man. 6 in the first game, 9 in the second game, 7 in the third game. We had some Twins fans tweeting me saying they love Gio Urshela, which I was excited. I was excited for them there because I also loved Gio Urshela.
Yeah.
And he was, an easy win over my heart guy. They also got good pitching. Like, I think, Joe Ryan pitched well. Like, I'm lost in my tabs right now, so I'm trying to find it.
Their starting pitching has been good this year. I'm going to Google Twins pitching coach. I think it's that little guy. No, do you know what I'm talking about?
Shorter guy?
He's very much an analytics guy that got the gig. Twins pitching coach. Wes Johnson. Let's see if his height is listed.
Yeah. And his birthday.
5'7". Okay, so yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of pitching coaches that height.
This series for the Twins, Bailey Ober, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Joe
He's
Ryan,
really tall.
5.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Devin Smeltzer, 5.1, 1 earned run. What does...
You're Bailey Ober. You're 6'9".
Yeah, and then
Wes
is this guy
Johnson.
is Wes Johnson attractive? 5'7"? Has he got muscles? Has he got a pretty face? Because you have a giant Bailey Ober, hard to get his respect.
Right.
He's 6'9". He looks down on you.
Yeah.
Joe Ryan's hot. He looks a little like Bagel Boss. This is what I heard whispered by a ghost in the room.
Anyone could have said that.
So how does he get Joe Ryan's respect?
I mean, this is... Whoa. Let's just
Oh.
knocked over our most valuable statue.
Hey, Devin Smeltzer is just who is the? This is so. Devin Smeltzer is just Dobnak in a disguise.
Kind of.
Double Dobnak. Yeah.
He just looks like
Just full beard.
just Dobnak full beard.
Yeah. Oversmelts it, dealt it. I mean, a reason I'm off the Guardians is because I'm in on the Twins. I'm excited for them. Gary started finding a little bit. Love us some Gary.
Oh my God, he's got crazy eyes.
Pitching coach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he gets the respect.
Yeah.
I mean, he just says, "Look into my eyes and believe me."
Yeah. Know what it is? The look on
Look at that face. How is that the face you make?
the
when
look
you're taking a
on
photo?
Wes Johnson's face is I'm a guy that has learned something about baseball and I have to tell you. He almost wishes he didn't know,
Yeah,
but he found out. Would love to get him and Bailey Ober for a conversation.
I mean, is this him talking? How the Wes Johnson effect has improved? Okay, someone read this article and let me know what they say.
But yeah, I think he's one of the original. Oh, he's on the screen. There he is. I think he's one of the original. he's one of the pitching guys that can actually add like miles per hour.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, hey, the Twins are getting pitching performances from their starting pitching. That was kind of our question coming into the year. Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober, Sonny Gray. And I like their lineup, dude. On a given day, they can have a lineup that's, 7-8 guys deep between MLB good players or young guys that have some actual real potential. So, yeah, I'm in on the Twins.
Okay. What you got on Gilberto Celestino?
Oh, your guy.
Gilberto Celestino.
You like that both names end in O?
Sure. I mean, he had a good series, and he went off. And then I like the name Kyle Garlick for the complete opposite reason as Gilberto, whatever it was.
Hey, Kyle Garlick.
Kyle Bruce Garlick here. Yeah.
Kyle Bruce.
That's his name, Kyle Bruce Garlick.
They got a Nick Gordon.
No flow.
Nick Gordon.
No flow to that.
I mean,
Kyle Bruce.
They have Gio Urshela and Gilberto Celestino should have lockers next to Nick Gordon and Kyle Garlick.
Gilberto. Gary Sanchez, my dude.
Uh-oh.
Been swinging a hot stick recently. Last 9 games, he's got a 1.0 OPS, 714 slugging. 286 batting average, which good for him. Numbers on the year starting to creep up, but good for Gary. Happy for him.
Hot.
And good job by the Twins. The Royals, they lost on the flip side. And then the Angels take 2 out of 3 from Oakland. Good job by them. Montes exits in the second after a comebacker to his pitching hand, which for me, I think ends up being a blessing for Montes because I actually haven't read if he's like out for a little. I feel bad about what I'm about to say. If he just misses a start or doesn't miss a start at all, I think this might be the wake-up call where Oakland goes, fuck, we should trade this guy. And then he gets to go on a winning team that doesn't have sewage backups and more cats in the stadium than fans. So I think...
Again, not a shot at the fence. Compliment to the cats. They are breeding.
No, I'm complimenting the fans, too, for boycotting.
Right. But mostly the cats.
Yeah. Oakland's record at home is awful.
Breeding.
You're just playing baseball for a crowd of cats.
Yeah.
That's awful.
It's my nightmare.
So, yeah, hopefully Montes is all right. I should have Googled before I said that. I hope he's not actually hurt. Angels hit a chopper back to the pitcher, but no one covered. That's how they took the lead in game 2.
Sure.
It was a RBI walk, then a chopper to the pitcher. He grabs it, goes to throw it to first, but the first baseman ran in to field the chopper. So then there's just like, oh, shit. I guess another run will score. Then our dude Squid hits an oppo homer. So what's more likely?
Yeah.
A chopper to the pitcher, no one covers first, bases loaded, or Squid hits an oppo homer?
What's more likely?
Yeah.
Pitcher not covering first.
I think so as well, yeah. Yep. And then I wrote down Soup gives up 3 in the 8th, and I don't remember what that note was about.
Soup.
Oh, Loop did. I remember now. Not Loop.
That makes a lot more
Loop
sense.
did. But he got it. And then they won game 3, 4-1. Go Angels,
Ohtani
go.
hit a leadoff homer on, like, it was Little League Day at the park, so all the kids got to see him do that.
That's nice.
So baseball just got, like, 10 more lifelong fans.
Smart of him.
Yeah.
White Sox take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. They win both games of the doubleheader, even though the Yankees had 2 starters go 7 innings pitched, 1 earned runs, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Yankees get 2 injuries in their bullpen, as well as Loaizaga, kind of cementing that he is in a bit of a rut for sure this season. And the White Sox take advantage of that, as well as the heated exchange between Donaldson and Anderson, the whole story about him calling him Jackie in reference to an article, Anderson taking it as disrespect, Donaldson saying it's an inside joke, Liam Hendriks saying you don't have inside jokes with people you're not friends with, that's just you being rude and using a sensitive subject to needle a guy.
Yeah.
That's what that story was.
Yeah.
A lot of good conversations about it from people that have more wrapped heads around it than us.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it was just a bad, like, over-lurking theme of the weekend, and it sucks. And, yeah, I mean, I kind of, you touched on this when we did Talkin' Yanks yesterday, like, kind of the honesty around this situation is good. Like, Donaldson didn't run and hide for a minute, which isn't great, but he was honest. Like, he said it, he thought it was a thing from the 2019 article, and said they'd had that back and forth before. Tim Anderson didn't like it. That's his prerogative, and we'll see. We'll see if there's a suspension involved for Donaldson. But yeah, I mean, sucked, and I don't know. White Sox end up getting the last laugh. They take the doubleheader day. Anderson hits a home run, shushes the crowd. People. I know a lot of people were tweeting at us like, "Oh, what's your guys' take on the situation?" Not really a take thing. For me, it's more of a listen thing. Our guy, Joe's McFly, put out a really good video on the topic where I think he covered everything properly. So I'd go watch that. And, Jim, you opened talking about the Yankees starting pitching. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 7 innings shutout. Those are pretty good. The White Sox got 6 shutout and also 7 shutouts. So they put up the starting pitchers for the White Sox put up zeros only. The Yankees, they gave up that one damn run. But they lose both games.
Cueto with a good outing, and I think that matters.
Yeah.
When did they bring him in? How did it?
So he got one of those if you make the team contracts would pay you, right?
Yeah, he was in AAA with them. He signed a minor league deal last month and then started against the Royals, and then he started against the Yankees, and I think he was good in that start as well. Giolito and Lynn on the IL. Hey, if he gives you some more distance, I mean, I think the White Sox, when they get whole there, are going to start really doing the damn thing.
I think more importantly, he's all-time fun guy, Johnny Cueto. And
he's smiling.
That fights off some of the La Russa old factor.
Johnny Cueto did a little bit of his like rocking thing.
Yeah.
And it looks really weird.
Yeah.
I love it. I like that. But I guess I'd seen other pitchers do it now. I've seen Stroman do it, seen Nestor Cortez do it, and I forgot Cueto. He really like wobbles.
Oh, he
like
wiggles.
A teeter-totter.
Might fall.
Yes.
He's running the risk of falling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go check out Brother Jeff's article about Johnny Cueto and his tricked out ambulance.
That's awesome.
So
I need to read that.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me what happened in the IL.
The interleague.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Oh, before we get there,
Yeah.
my big insider tip.
Yeah.
I had dinner next to Dallas Keuchel, so
Oh.
we're basically friends now.
You said he ate sushi with a spoon?
I didn't say that. I do believe there was sushi. Yeah, he was out with Kelly. Said hi to them after the meal, after I was done. Left before them. They were both really nice. So, friends are friends are friends. I'm Jake. I'm a Jabba immediately. You know what I'm talking about? You want me to sign something, kid? Jimmy in the Interleague. I already gave the spoiler on this series. You guys already know. Blue Jays take 2 out of 3 from the Reds, so kind of disappointing from both sides, I think. Blue Jays 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. I will say that middle game, Manoah versus Hunter Green, pump that into my veins. Hopefully those are 2 guys that we're going to be talking about for the next decade or so. Couple guys in the first game that we've been talking about. Ryu versus Castillo, and Ryu gets his best start of the year. They kind of needed him to bounce back. 6 shut piece. Will that get him on track? Graham Ashcraft made his debut in the final game. Not in my book, but now he is. How about it, kid? Votto hits the go-ahead homer in the 8th inning, and it was his first homer of the year. There you go, Joey. Tick-tocking homers. Blue Jays, 2 out of 3 at home versus the Reds. Yeah, guys, good news. That's it.
That's the only series?
That's a good gumbo.
Wow. Hey, good job by the Blue Jays. When they had the Mariners and the Reds coming up, I said they needed to win, go 4-2 minimum. They go 4-2. They win both series. Manoah had a good start. Also made a cool play, comebacker to him, and then just like flipped it to third for the double play, I believe. It was cool.
Yeah, we like that. Good for you. George Springer's doing stuff. Bichette, yeah. Espinal, he keeps doing it for the Blue Jays. That guy's a pest, man. Feels like he's everywhere. It feels like there's two of him on the field sometimes.
How bad are the Reds now?
They're still pretty bad.
How many games have they won in a row?
If they've got a 2.
3.
Let's go.
They won 3 in a row.
Take that, Braves.
Right?
12 and 28.
The most they've lost in a row? 11. So?
Yeah.
Time shut out by opponent? 3.
Reds are 4 games back of the Cubs and Pirates in that NL Central. And, yeah, I mean, we kind of skipped over this team a little bit, but I think it deserves to be discussed how bad they've been. Nats are 14 and 28. That's, only 2 games better than the Reds. So they've been very, very bad. Very, very bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Be so mean. They're 3-2 in their last 5.
Okay.
And here you are.
Finding it.
Actually, I think you can dice together something stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 4 in their last 10.
Not bad.
So why don't you shove it up your butt?
No. Who? Oh, the Reds? I was talking about the Nats.
I was talking about the Reds.
Oh, I was talking about the Nats.
All right.
3 and 7 in their last 10.
Awful.
Bad. Yeah, Reds are... Dude, Luis Castillo is out. They're going now.
Did you see Castillo's... His hair's long.
Okay.
I don't think maybe I didn't see him last year, but I saw some highlights of him pitching, and I was like, oh, wow. That's long.
I mean, like here?
It's longer than that now.
Okay.
Or at least in the back when he pitches. Yeah, it's like this now. Yeah. Like covers the letters in his name in the back now. Yeah. Yeah. When your hair gets down to your number.
Letting it fly.
He's looking up, but it is down covering his name on his back. I was like, whoa.
If you can lean back and hit your numbers, that's pretty impressive.
Yes. So good for him.
Is this the year he finally gets traded?
Nah.
All right.
Second half of the show?
Fine.
Second half of the show is brought to you by Mizzen and Main, the Backyard Golf Challenge. We were in Arizona.
Yeah.
I know that a really fun one just came out.
I think the Trevin Moylan.
In our Arizona house, we had a putting green.
Yeah.
And we ran a backyard challenge. We have, because is it Trev's cactus shot? That's must watch if it's Trev's cactus shot. Trev and Moylan played. I know that Olson and some of the former A's played.
Chad Pinder.
Let's see. It looks like Merrifield and Brad Keller. Their episode is up already. Who else do we got? A lot of players that came through the house. Talkin Jake coaches Tim Melville like he's his dad is the name of that episode.
Yep.
Wow.
Maybe I am.
Maybe you are. So go check it out. It was sponsored by Mizzen and Main. And you can use the code JOHNBOY15 to get $15 off MizzenandMain.com. Thank you to Mizzen and Main for sponsoring the awesome series. You can find it on the JM Baseball YouTube channel. Loser Island Challenge. That was a fun one. Yeah. I wonder if there's got to be a playlist on the channel, right? Backyard Golf Challenge. 7 videos. There's more to come. Matt Olson's in it. Stephen Brault's in it. Ian Happ is in it. Whit Merrifield, like I said. And
Top
Mostly,
comment on the most recent one is Peter is such an international treasure.
and Peter and Blevins are in it looking really, really good. Peter stole all the Miz and Main shorts, so I didn't
dude.
I didn't get any. So I'm pretty upset about that because it's summer now and it's hot, and I want to wear shorts that make me look good, but are not hot. So screw you, Peter. Standout performances. You go first, Jake.
James, I am giving out my standout performance. It was teased just a little bit earlier. Trevor Story. It's a big Trevor episode for me. I miss Trev. Trevor Story, before this Mariners series, 205, a 613 OPS. He breaks out, and he does it kind of like you said. He did it in the way he had to. A 3-homer night, even 2 would have been cool, but he does the third, and by the way he hit it was badass. Kind of one-arms it and just watches it a little bit, and it's like he reminded himself, like he had the 2-homer game, and he's like, this has been coming. Mm-hmm. Like, I've been ready for this. That 3rd homer was like, that's right, I'm the dude.
I did it. That's right, I did it.
7 RBI. By the way, nice little series, a casual 5-homer series for him, but 3 homers, 7 RBI in one night. He instantly, his hitting stats as a whole on the season become positive. We talked about it a little bit. I mean, changing positions. I've said it before. It's my short guy.
I think changing leagues is even the bigger thing.
Changing divisions is always big. Changing leagues is bigger. Changing positions. There's a lot going on. And it's my short king baggage. Like I hated playing the second base position. The angle always felt weird to me. So Trevor Story is doing all of that, and all of the sudden he has a 112 OPS plus. That's his career OPS plus, by the way. Kind of got screwed by Coors and OPS plus. That's the old Coors effect thing for me. But the numbers are creeping back up. Boston has the juice right now. It's how much more of the juice are they getting. If Story keeps playing like this, they will continue to get more juice, and they'll get above 500. And summer in Fenway, the crowd's starting to feel it. I've seen a lot of Boston stories before. I don't know how this one ends yet. Like, they played a bad brand of baseball for a month and a half, but they're starting to get it going. Trevor Story's a part of that. He was their big free agent get this offseason. Remember, they really didn't do much of anything. Like they signed
traded
those
for JBJ.
They did the JBJ Renfroe trade. They signed those old guys to just eat innings, Hill and Waka. But after the lockout, it was, are the Red Sox going to do anything? Story. It was a slow start, and yeah, now you've got a power hitting, speedy, 5 stolen bases, 0 caught stealing, second baseman, stretches out the lineup. I really wanted the Yankees to sign him.
Yeah, hitting 3 homers in a game is awesome, and getting a 4th hit is nice, and then stealing a bag during that 4th hit is even. Oh, you do that too.
Yeah,
5 homers on the series.
It's a decent series,
including a grand slam.
It's a decent series.
Not bad. Good standout. I was going to take him if he was available, but you nabbed him. So my standout goes to Martin Perez. He helps the Rangers avoid the sweep. The Astros have a very good lineup. Astros have a very good team. They lose 1 game. It's a complete game shutout thrown by Martin Perez, who's having a really good series back at home with the season, back at home with the Rangers now. Happy for him. 108 pitches, 8 hits, only 1 walk. I think he induced 3 double plays, which I like.
You do
like in the first inning and the second inning, he allowed a runner on, but then got the double play to get out of it, so he faced the minimum through 3, something like that. Went changeup heavy and let them put the ball in play. Just induced weak contact. The average exit velocity on his changeup was 82 miles per hour. 10 balls put in play on the changeup. So, guessing that was the ground ball pitch or double play pitch to get the ground balls. Also, the sinker, complete game shutout. Martin Perez, happy for him. His numbers on the year now are. I had it up. But they're good.
The sinker's up. The past few years, he's thrown a lot of the cutter. It's kind of the year of the cutter around baseball. Kind of fun, Jim. He's throwing 3 pitches. A little two-seam / sinker, change-up, cutter. And that's just kind of a fun way to pitch. Okay, I'm either going to cut it that way. I'm going to throw a fastball that way. I'm going to take a little bit off it with the changeup. And it's I think it's one of those things when it works, it's beautiful. We saw a couple Martin Perez starts when he was a Sox versus the Yankees. A couple times he was dialed in, and you're like, how do you hit this guy? I think with that pitch mix, you walk a little bit of a tightrope. But I think when it works, it's a thing of beauty, and it's been working all year.
Yeah, he faced this is the second time he's faced the Astros, and the first time he was sinker as his number 1 pitch, cutter as his number 2 pitch, and changeup as his number 3, with the sinker being 35%. So here's where I find this interesting. You know, I love doing this. Mm-hmm. He faces the Astros again. He says, all right, what pitch did I throw the most last game when I shut them down? Sinker. And what of the top 3 did I throw the least? Changeup. Okay, well, they're facing me again. What are they probably looking at? What should I use as my number 1? Changeup. The first time he's used the changeup as his number 1 pitch all season, since opening day, since his first game, it looks like. Yeah, since his first game. And he drops the sinker to the second pitch. So he changed up the repertoire to keep the Astros off of it. I like that. I like that. Good job, Martin. Proud of you every day. Just today. I haven't thought about you a lot of the days other than today.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Speaking of sorry,
no.
Let's go look at these sorry performances.
Get Trev out of here. Trev out of here.
All right, people on the Slump Watch that we were hoping to get off.
Oh.
We did a really good job, and we also got people off in a different way. But overall, we crushed it. Carlos Santana, he goes 3 for 11 with a homer. It was a beautiful homer, by the way. Like, I don't always love home run highlights because they can be repetitive. That was a nice one. 2 doubles as well. Santana's off.
Yes.
Nelson Cruz, I love this one. 5 for 10 with an RBI and 2 Ks. It looks like no extra base hits, which stinks.
But he's just getting right, though.
Just
He's
getting right, just bat
barreling
to
it.
ball, then the power will come. He's off.
Yes.
Jock Peterson, looks like he only played 1 game.
Heck of a game, no?
No, he had 2 walks, so maybe this is 2 games. 2 for 4 with a double and 2 walks. He's off.
Yeah.
And then 2 guys, Brandon Belt and Joey Gallo, they went on the IL with COVID IL and knee inflation. So they're off.
They're off.
They're off.
Get better.
People decided they just needed like a breather rather than, getting better.
Get better, guys.
So some new additions then. Austin Riley, say it ain't so, 0 for 12 with a walk. Josh Bell, I guess since Cruz was hitting, Bell couldn't. Vladdy, that's not fair.
No way.
Vladdy had a bad series against the Reds, 0 for 11 with a walk. Come on.
And his friend.
Tesker. 0 for 10. Max Muncy, 0 for 8, and the error. So, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Max.
It'll get better. Don't even worry about it. Think about your loved ones.
I like this list.
Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
It is a good list. I believe they're all going to get hot because of us. Can you do the Fuego list? Some familiar names.
I sure can. Trevor Story. Might have heard of him. Talked about him a little bit. Anytime you get 5 homers and 13 RBI in a series, you will be on Fuego. That's my promise to the people, the 513 club. Manny Machado MVP Manny, people are saying 8
You know,
for
he's
14.
on Slump Watch like 2 series ago.
It's hot now. Hey, Rosarena. He goes 8 for 13. We don't care about defense and in Fuego. Josh Rojas, I said you might hear about him later. He has a 3-homer day at the park. That'll get you there. Patrick uses his wisdom for 3 homers of his own. Mookie Betts, 5 for 13. Freight Train David Peralta, 5 for 12. Lane Thomas, how are you, kid? 5 for 12 himself. Jose Altuve, 6 for 13. And AJ Pollock, another proud Connecticut man. He goes 4 for 8 with a homer, a game winner versus Aroldis Chapman. How about it?
How about that?
Have a day. AJ Pollock. Ram High School? I think. Notre Dame after that.
Okay. Ram High School.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame after that.
Yep.
Cool. Well, next up is
Awards!
which are brought to you by Manscaped. They're giving out an award for most beautiful pubic trimming. I do wear the boxers. Wearing them right now. So breathable, it's like gills for your groin. They even trademarked the jewel pouch. So you know it's serious. All right. The boxers are great. I just let you stop reading all of their lines here.
You and
just let
BBD
you
wear
know.
the boxers a lot.
I just let you know the boxers
I have
are good.
one pair. I let them kind of surprise me. I'm like, oh, yeah, these are nice.
I was just lounging around the house on Sunday.
Sure.
So I initially dug to the back of my boxer drawer. I was like, I'm not going to waste a Manscaped day. Well, I'm just sitting around the couch.
Right. I get that.
So that's it. Sorry to the other brand. You can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Talkin at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Talkin at manscaped.com. Once the Boxers 2.0 touch your sack, you'll never go back.
Little rhyme.
People love that rhyme. People love that rhyme. What do you want to do here?
All I want to do is dance. I can give it an award.
Okay. What is it?
I'm giving the Good Game to Watch award.
The Good Game to Watch award.
The famous Good Game to Watch award.
It's a good game to watch.
It's a good game to watch.
I don't know. The little kids and Otani.
Probably was a good game to watch, right? Not really. No, James, and it's a team I've talked about a little bit this episode. And it also ties to my guy Trevor, who's missing. The Minnesota Twins. They were down 6-0. 6-0 heading into the 8th inning. They came back and they won 7-6. I believe it was their biggest comeback in the 8th inning or later since 2015. And I said, I know a guy who was on the Twins in 2015. I was like, there's no way my guy. So I get into it. I go back. It's I believe it was July 10th of 2015, a Verlander start. The boys are getting bullied by Verlander and the Tigers. What do? They come back. Some great names. Eddie Rosario was on those Twins teams. Brian Dozier ends up hitting the dagger. We've heard Trev talk about Kurt Suzuki. He's involved in it. I was like, tell me my guy Trev's got a big double in here somewhere.
And?
Trev went 0 for 4. That's fine.
Come on, dude.
Because it was a good game to watch. And that's what Trev and I did that day. We watched the Twins come back. Rocco Baldelli yesterday after the game said it felt special.
Nice.
And the Twinkies, they are still on top of the AL Central. Like I've been saying, I believe the White Sox got sparked after this weekend. They're 4 games back of the Twins right now. We'll see. They're going to play the Red Sox, who I also think are potentially getting going. But the Twins, man, 9 games above 500. I think we're fans of their pitching coach officially. Where do we land on that?
I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm intrigued
Okay.
and a bit scared.
They swept the Royals on the road. They now host the Tigers and the Royals, and then they play the Tigers again. So, like, the Twins, they kind of needed a hot start. We talked about that. They've done that. They haven't even gotten monster performance. It's not like, whoa, they signed Correa and he's going nuts. He's been banged up. The depth in their lineup feels back. That kind of was the Twin signature. And they're getting starting pitching performances. So I'm starting to drink more and more of the Twins Kool-Aid. I'm out of Kool-Aids on the Guardians. I think I even called them the Indians before.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I want to take that back. But yeah, we love a big comeback. That always provides a little more juice, big juice episode for me. And go Twins go. And me and Trev both loved watching that comeback in 2015.
Trev had some good insight and some good motivation for his buddies.
Oh, yeah. And, dude, the celebration. Like, he was all up in there. The boys went out.
My award is the gotta get it by us award.
Gotta get it by us.
Gotta get it by us.
That time you said it a little differently.
You gotta get it by us.
Same time, same thing there. Different again.
Hit it hard. Get it by us. Try and get it by us. No, you gotta get it by us. Award.
Who's it going to?
The Cardinals. They lead the league in least amount of infield singles allowed. So if they can get to it, you're out. Only 3 on the season. Good job by them. Including errors.
Say that one more time.
The Cardinals have only allowed 3 batters to reach via infield single. Or an error on an infielder.
Okay. So you got to get by them.
You have to hit it past them.
Okay.
If the ball ends up in the infield, you're probably out. Good job.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Look at us. Trev's gone. We're normally coastal elitists, and here we are. Hyping the Twinkies. Hyping the Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh, and one of them was deflected, so. No, 2 of them were deflected. Wait, all 3 were deflections.
Timeout.
Okay, hold on.
Timeout.
I forgot I changed my search.
He changed his query.
I did. I changed my query. Oh, everything's wrong.
So everything is currently wrong about the award.
The Cardinals have good infield defense. I changed it to pitcher and catcher fielding. I wanted to do like a, I was going to make an award about the battery, like firing on itself.
Okay.
Like the battery explodes.
Okay.
Because the pitcher and the catcher, usually they're worried about getting the batter out and the fielding happens. The Cardinals have allowed the least amount of runners to reach by fielding mistakes by the pitcher or catcher. And all 3 were deflections. They haven't had a pitcher or a catcher make an error yet that led to a base runner reaching. So they're doing Giotti and their pitching staff.
PFP.
That's what I was trying to get to. I forgot I changed it last second. The Nationals are the worst. They've allowed 14.
Damn.
And the Yankees are second worst.
So that's hits or errors?
Both.
Okay.
So if the pitcher or the catcher have to field the ball,
Gotcha.
the Cardinals are
Then
getting
what
you
happens?
out. Yeah. Like if you bunt and you don't get it past the pitcher and Yachty can pick it up or Cardinals pitcher can pick it up,
Done.
or you swinging bunt, you're out because they field their position very well. The only 3 times it's reached is the ball was deflected by the pitcher as a hot shot off his glove and reach. Otherwise, Cardinals pitchers and catchers are making plays.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good award.
Yanks are bad at that. Nationals real bad. Field your position, man.
Part of the job.
Part of the job. Next up in this episode, we're going to tell you who the best friend of the week was.
Who you got, Beeps?
It's Story. 5 homers, 13 RBIs will do that.
Fan of the show.
Fun app.
Trevor Story, man. He was a free agent. 6 for 140.
I mean, yeah.
I like him.
Kind of good at being 16th overall.
I like him. Big Trevor up.
MLB The Wheel.
MLB The Wheel.
Elevator talk.
New show coming out Saturday nights at midnight on John Boy Media.
MLB The Wheel.
MLB The Wheel.
Let's go the whale.
No,
Forgot about that.
no,
Forgot about that.
no.
Fuck the Hurricanes.
All right, little hockey at the end.
Is big. Is a big hockey pod. Jake and I have a Rangers show. It's called Bandwagon Blue Shirts. Check it out. It's just like
Check it out.
some dialed in hockey talk. What am I searching for in my tabs right now?
The Wheel.
The wheel, the wheel, the wheel, the wheel. I found it. You ready?
Yeah.
The White Sox.
Okay.
How about that?
We just saw them.
The team has been galvanized.
Yeah.
They had some big hits and key moments. And their pitching has looked really good. Now, who did they go on to play? You said the Red Sox?
So they play the Red Sox for
So
Tree.
that's
going to be an
that's
interesting
two
one.
ships that have been kind of just in the sea directionless.
Yeah.
Now both have righted, and now they're fighting for the same lane, or they can go side by side, whatever they want to do. That's what you say in the elevator.
Yeah, and
Battle of the Sox.
they've got a little bit of a tricky sketch coming up. White Sox go Boston, Cubbies for 2, and then it's Toronto, Tampa, Dodgers. So White Sox, you're still in the grind a little bit. Cueto's been a great shot of life to their team. They've had the injury bug a little bit. Tim Anderson's stats are silly, man. 359, 400 on base, a 917 OPS. That dude is a stud. And if you're not familiar with Michael Kopech, you probably need to. 8 starts, a 1.29 ERA. That dude is filthy.
He's good.
Hits a hunch on the gun pretty easily.
He's good. Good job by him.
They have a guy on their team named Bennett Sousa, which feels like an old composer name, like an old American composer.
Yeah. Bennett Sousa.
Bennett Sousa.
Soup. Soup gives up 4. Jake Shaw.
Come back, Lance Lynn. We need you. We need you.